all, good afternoon, and thank you for the lovely introduction. Another thing about me is that I'm a child rights advocate. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, UNCRC, is a legally binding international agreement setting out the civil, political, the economic, social, and cultural rights of every child regardless of their race, religion, or abilities. Article 28 of the UNCRC says that children and young people have the right to education, no matter who they are, regardless of race, gender, or disability, if they're in detention or if they're a refugee. Children and young people have the right to both primary and secondary education. Primary education provides the foundation for a lifetime of learning. Lack of education can lead to many impediments. It affects employment and earning potential later in life. Globally, millions of children have been deprived of a sufficient education. You all may think SEAs are burden, right? But I'm here to tell you, let me open your eyes. You are very lucky, you are incredibly fortunate that you are provided with the opportunity to access quality education. Okay, let's talk about success. Success, what does success mean to you? The Google definition of success is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. But success to me is putting in the time and effort to do your absolute best that you possibly can. My acronym of success, S. S is for study. Study, but make sure to take breaks. If you're mentally tired, you won't absorb the information properly. You can experiment with studying at different times to analyze when you feel that your brain is most active. Some persons are morning people and some are night owls. You all know that. You means upbeat and not upset emotionally. Be mentally and emotionally prepared. Be brave and strong in a situation where you may not have been exposed to the type of question or don't know what the question is asking for directly. Breathe, move on, and come back to it. Underline the key words in the question, then try to work it out. Another important tip is to ignore others. Don't discuss the exam with others during the breaks between the examinations, as this can be upsetting or disconcerting. If a child insists that their answer, example X, is right and you have put another answer, which is Y, for example, when you are supposed to be mentally preparing for the next exam, you may start to lose focus and worry about the previous exam. Remain silent and keep to yourself on the breaks that day. Stay calm and make sure to take nice deep breaths. C. C means concentration. Don't get distracted. Stay focused on what your goal is, which is to do your absolute best. Practice concentration and focusing in a timed manner. Also, don't get tempted to engage or communicate with others, or even look at anything else but that exam paper. Do not give the examiners a reason to take the paper away. If something from your desk falls, example a pencil, just leave it there. Or just raise your hand and the examiner can approach you to assist or allow you to get the fallen object. The next C. C is for control and calculate. Know your timing for the exam well. Keep control of it and do not stay too long on any one particular question. Let me tell you that every single year, the mathematics paper has a specific question designed to upset and traumatize you and waste your time, by the way. So, if you don't know it, if you're not sure, move on. Come back to it and do what you can. If you go into the exam with that mindset, when you see that question, you'll mentally say, aha, this is a trouble question. You ain't gonna get me, mister. Right? So we're gonna not let it distract us and we're gonna come back to it. Okay, you can use these tips for your timing, creative writing, Write an entire report all at once so you get accustomed to writing within that time frame. Still having time to reread the reports. Math, let's talk about that. Each section of the math paper should be done with a certain period of time. If you need to do the sections in a different order than on the paper, which is when I did sections 3, 1, and then 2, each individual must find what works for them. Use the holidays wisely to experiment these for yourselves. E. E means eat healthy and balanced meals. The brain and body need to work in top conditions. So you need to take very special care of yourself and also your immune system so you don't get ill. Extra vitamins and supplements can help. This is very important about the meal plan details. On the day of the exam, eat what you're accustomed to. Make sure that for at least a week prior to the exams, you eat a specific chosen breakfast and lunch for a trial run, so you know that there will be no mishaps with new foods on the day. S. S is for setting goals. There's so much to study. How will I be able to finish? Oh my, just looking at the syllabus makes me want to curl up in bed. During the exam season, many students either become anxious or may be tempted to procrastinate when they look at the syllabus. Creating specific goals around the exam syllabus and dividing the course material into achievable goals can help reduce anxiety surrounding exams. Long-term goals. The long-term goal could be wanting to get into a good college or secondary school of your choice. Short-term goals. Short-term goals are smaller stepping stones towards your long-term goals. For example, you are achieving the right cutoff marks for entering the preferred college or secondary school, or preparing well for the exam, or studying the entire syllabus or topics required. Okay, so lastly, of my acronym SUCCESS, S means survival, right? You all may not know this, but there is life after SE. It's not the end of the world, you won't die, it won't swallow you into a wormhole of despair. Alright, you'll meet new friends, new teachers at your new school, and you'll be introduced to different topics and subjects. And it'll prepare you to be a matured and better version of yourself as you sprout into adulthood. Maybe you've been told that SEA is the biggest exam and so on, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that SEA is important, but it's just a teeny tiny step in your academic life. Life goes on after SEA. Okay. So next, I want to share with you a quick breathing technique that can help you to stay cool, calm, and collected against exam stress. This is called the box breathing method. At this time, I would want to encourage you to follow the breathing exercise with me as I say the steps. 1. Step 1. Breathe in, counting to 4 slowly. Feel the air enter your lungs. 2. Step 2. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Try to avoid inhaling or exhaling for 4 seconds. 3. Slowly exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds. Lastly, repeat these steps 1 to 3 until you feel receptive. So it's as simple as breathing in for 4, holding the breath for 4, exhaling for 4, and repeating these steps. Okay, so other than that, what I have to leave with you is to do your daily affirmations, right? So for now, I used to say, okay, let's say this, right? Don't make fun of me now. I used to stand in my mirror every morning and say, I am brave, I am bold, I am beautiful, I am a child of God. All right? Thank you. Thank you. So I would encourage you to say your own affirmations and to encourage yourself that you are doing the best you can. You can do everything you can to achieve what you want, what your goals are, and I would encourage you to say your affirmations. And that's what I'll leave you with.